Today, I messed up by forgetting what the C meant on COVID tests and quarantining my daughter for a day. This happened between yesterday and today, and my 15-year-old thinks it's hilarious and so insisted I share with you folks. So yesterday, my younger daughter, 13, came down with a cold, stuffy head, sore throat, etc. And so, being the good mom that I am, I gave her a COVID test. I waited the requisite 15 minutes, and then when I looked at it, I saw a line under the C line, and immediately my brain went, C equals COVID equals positive. So I quarantined her. This meant that my other daughter, 15, who shares a room/bunk bed with her, had to sleep on the couch. Also, being the caring and thoughtful person that I am, I went ahead and canceled our weekend family plans to visit some friends whose daughter is turning 5. This was pretty horrible because my 13-yo absolutely loves and adores our friend's daughter, and she was really broken up by this. Anyway, fast forward to this morning, and I get a text from my 15-yo that she had tested herself before school, she had a headache and was feeling nervous about COVID, and said very happily that it was negative. I then went and looked at her test, which was still on the counter in the bathroom, don't get me started on leaving trash out, and my eyes immediately fixated on that same C line. So I text her, it's actually COVID positive. She's obviously confused at this point and repeats that it was negative, and so I send her a picture of the test, thinking to myself, this proof will set her straight, as I also start looking for my keys to go swoop her up from school. Her response? There is no line there. That's the control. I stared blankly at that for a second before it finally sunk in. The C doesn't stand for COVID, it stands for control. This line that I've been looking at for years now is the line on every test that's there to show that it's working. It's the T line that indicates a positive result. Both the C and T lines have to be active, to be clear. Here's the sad part. We've been doing these tests for years now. Everyone here has, I'm sure. And I literally just had COVID back in March and tested myself then and read those tests just fine. But maybe it's the craziness in the world that's got me distracted, or my own crazy schedule, or age, or whatever, but clearly my brain completely short-circuited on this. So, as a result of staring at perfectly negative tests, thinking they were positive, I quarantined my youngest and canceled plans this weekend over negative tests, despite years of experience with these things. On the plus side, we now have some pretty good family lore, as my daughter calls it, and her texts were priceless. Mom, they all have a control line. Oh no! Also, she noted that she's going to be bringing this up every time anyone gets sick for the rest of our lives. Which, I guess I deserve, lol. TLDR, thought C meant COVID positive instead of control, quarantined my daughter for a day, and canceled weekend plans over negative tests.